Hi, everybody. It's Victoria Hackett here with Outdoor-Classrooms.com. I just want to say hello, and I hope that you are doing well. We are going to be talking a little bit about self-care for educators, teachers, caregivers. Um, I watched a wonderful TED Talk today, actually. Um, she really began the TED Talk asking, what if we asked educators the question of how do you feel? And that's the question I want to ask all of you. How do you feel? How is it feeling? We are sort of a month into returning back to school, and with the pandemic and everything that's going on in the world, um, sort of you as educators, I really wanted to ask that question. I want to ask also the question of, folks, teachers that are teaching outdoors. How's it going? What is it that works? What doesn't work? Um, so I'm asking this because this incredible TED Talk that I was watching really spoke about this incredible, although we're in a middle of a pandemic and will be seems like for a while. Um, it can be terrifying asking an educator how um, they are, because we are in also an epidemic of stress. And so really, I wanted to speak today about that, about how we as educators and parents and caregivers can actually turn the table and look at ourselves and see how we can really dive into sort of our own self-care, and that we take a little small step towards mental health and well-being. So I have 10 suggestions, 10 tips, whatever you want to call them, in terms of some of them may be very logical, but I really want you to sort of take them to heart and see how you can maybe incorporate that into your daily ritual, your morning routines, to really look at how you can incorporate and um, change some of your habits that might include some more self-care. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So again, welcome. My name is Victoria Hackett, founder of Outdoor-Classrooms.com. And so happy that you're here joining us. So, okay, number one is basically to nurture yourself. So how do you nurture yourself when you're constantly giving to more people? So really using the word ask, and it might be different, again, different for everybody. So really, when you're feeling that stress coming on, and really carving out some time in your day to pamper yourself, and that whatever that is will be different for everybody. So that's number one. Number two is to make sure you get a good night's sleep. Again, that seems very logical, but um, it's easy to sort of stay up and watch the clock and not realize that it's so late that you should be getting to sleep. So making sure you're a good night's sleep. If you're not sleeping well, it's really good to sort of be aware of that. Like what is there a reason why you're not sleeping? Because maybe the stress is so high. So are there things that you can do ahead of time in terms of your habits and rituals before going to bed that can include some self-care? It might be lotions, it might be anything, but but really it might be taking all the screens out of your room at night. So really thinking about how you can get a really good night's sleep. Really watching when you're going to sleep and when you're waking up, and making sure you get enough hours. So number three is really making the most out of your weekends. Again, this seems obvious, very obvious, but this is fall here in New England is a wonderful time to do so many wonderful fall, leaf peeping and hot cider and all these sort of wonderful activities that you can do with yourself or your family or your friends, but to gather together and to really enjoy the weekends. So then you have that respite. And so when you kick off Monday morning, teaching again, you are ready. Um, Number 4 is to collect positive quotes. This one I love. If you are a member and you subscribe to the Seedling News, once a week we add our nature-based quotes are always in there, and those are wonderful. So I love them. They're always a reminder of how nature can be so therapeutic and soothing. Um, so collecting a nature-based quote, putting them in a special file, so when you are feeling stressed that you can tap into those. Number 5 is to find a hobby. Really thinking about what is it that can take you into that Zen place. Some folks it might be a form of exercise. Others, it might be painting and art, doing art. It might be taking walks in the woods, whatever that is, finding a hobby. Number 6 is to commune with nature. So here we are. If you're watching this, you are obviously into nature in some respect, or wanting to be. But finding a hike, finding a special place to visit, to really step out, and even exploring outside of your realm is a wonderful place as well. Number 7 is to just really be intentional about creating good memories, whatever that might be. So it might be, again, finding family and friends. But really, I remember really getting into photography at a period of my life. And it was so exciting because it made me very intentional about what I was doing, and that I would actually where I was doing, and actually taking a lot of pictures made me very intentional about creating those memories, I guess. Yeah. So number 8 is to organize your space. So there's been lots and lots of research saying, if you're in a very stressed out space, then that will be very stress inducing. Lots of clutter will be stress inducing. If your space is organized and everything has a place, that will calm down your stress. You'll be able to find things, you save time, and so on and so forth. So this last week, I've cleaned out my entire garage and painted it and created it to be a shelter for our Secret Gardens Nature Preschool program. So excited about that. But it just also feels incredible when you walk in there going, wow. So number 9 is to spend some time with family. So that's a wonderful thing. If you can't be there physically, is to maybe consider having Zoom calls. Something that we do with our family, we do once a week. Every Sunday at 4, we have our time with family that's not close to us. And number 10 is visit a friend. So there's nothing like calling an old friend, seeing how they're doing, reaching out. We're all in this very strange time. So you may think, oh, I haven't talked to that person in so long, and blah, 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 all the reasons why not to do it. But it's so important to find ways to connect, especially during this time. So if you're feeling that you're connected with others, then others will be so grateful that you have reached out as well. So that is my 10 for today. I hope you can write in the comments and let us know what self-care tip that you chose this week or this day or this month. Let us know in the comments, and let's keep the conversation going. So again, thanks for coming. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.